There is evil at work in the land to the west, Prince Ashitaka. It's your fate to go there and see what you can see with eyes unclouded by hate. You may find a way to lift the curse. You understand?
Yes.
Sometimes a movie just has a timeless, universal message, and you feel like you can just watch it over and over again. Princess Mononoke is about a young boy in feudal Japan. He fights a demon to protect his village, and in the process, he gets cursed. So he has to travel across the country to try to lift the curse on his arm. And this young boy named Ashitaka gets caught up in this huge conflict. And in the middle of this conflict, he tries to save as many lives as he possibly can. One of the first shots, I was immediately amazed at how gorgeous this movie looks. This hand-drawn animation, the way that the characters move, it all just looks so good. And it never felt like the movie was showing off, look at how pretty this movie is. It was just this gorgeous thing. There were so many times where I was just entranced by the beauty of this movie. This is a 90s anime film, and there's something about the way that they do sound in 90s anime that just feels so immersive. The sound design makes you feel like you're in that forest, you're in this place, and it just brings you more into the movie. This movie has so much to say about conflict and human nature and self-preservation. And it so perfectly captures the feeling of being torn between two sides. Because we're seeing this conflict from Ashitaka's perspective, we understand both sides and we understand their motivations. Learning about this conflict, the way the information is presented to you, and the more you find out about this world, the more fascinated and engaged you are by the movie. Every bit of information that's revealed makes you want to know more. It makes you want to learn about these characters and about this conflict and about this nation. Our protagonist, Ashitaka, is someone that I found myself worried about within the first 10 seconds of this movie. The way he moves, the way he talks, the way he carries himself just makes you like the kid. The way that he handles having to leave his village because a demon went into his right arm is just so admirable. And in this world that they give us, where all these different perspectives are presented, his rigid moral compass just sticks out. He never compromises his values, he always follows his beliefs, and he's a very admirable protagonist. The kid's a hero, and you believe 100% the whole movie that he is a hero, and you are with him the whole time. There's a girl who lives with these wolves in the forest, and she cares for them, she hates humans so much. This is Princess Mononoke, or as she's known better, San. San represents Ashikata's desire to protect the forest. San is this very brave girl who will do whatever she can to protect her family, and you feel for her the same way Ashikata feels for her. Which is really a testament to how effective this movie can be. And on the other side of this conflict is this character called Lady Eboshi. The way she's introduced is that she is a caretaker of this village. She is what is keeping her village together. And she's kind to her people, and she's good to them. And as far as they're concerned, she's a hero. And in that sense, she is. But as the movie goes on, and you see what kinds of actions she is willing to take, you start to question her more. But because of that introduction, you understand why she's doing what she's doing, even though what she's doing is completely wrong. There is a wolf character in this movie called Moro, and she is San's mother. And the way that her motivations and her perspective come out are extremely effective. This conversation that she has with Ashitaka is so great. Her speeches are part of what make us understand the motivations of these forest animals and why they are fighting the humans the way they are. Even though she doesn't have much screen time, she gives the movie this parental voice that it desperately needs in a conflict like this. This movie is so perfectly paced because it gives you one memorable scene after the other, and it builds to this conflict in a way that is satisfying. And it's paced in such a perfect way where you feel like you could watch this movie 100 times and not ever get bored with it. Now, there are these demon creatures in the movie that look amazing. There are several little worm, bacteria, creature things that are just flopping around, and the fact they're able to get so many of those on the screen at one time, it just looks incredible. And the way that these demon creatures contrast with the landscapes and the beautiful forests, it's a great way to visually communicate to you that these things are a threat to this beauty that you see before you. Princess Mononoke is this beautiful morality tale that brings you back to a time of nature and beauty, back when the earth was more primitive. It's this timeless story. It's an absolute Miyazaki classic. And Princess Mononoke absolutely gets an A+.